Hello everyone, welcome back to Texas Got Movie Reviews. Today I will be talking about not one movie but two, Critters 3 and 4. I'm going to try to make this as sweet and quick as I can. So without further ado, Critters 3 is a 1991 American science fiction comedy horror film and the third installment of the Critters franchise, directed by Christine Peterson. It also marked Leonardo DiCaprio's film debut, which is one of my favorite roles of his. I'm not going to talk too much about the plot. I am going to, because it's pretty long, and so is the Critters 4, and I just don't want to sound monotone or anything. So anyway, I have this. I may have shown it to you before, but this is the Scream Factory. It's a subsidiary of Shout Factory, and it is the Blu-ray set. It has, of course, the first. It has all of them. 3 and 4. And they also have a lot of information about them, about how some of the movies are made. And Critters 3 and 4 were done back to back, and they were also in both Critters 3 and 4 were made on roughly the same amount of a budget that they used for the first movie. And to be honest, these three came out, in my opinion, perfectly fine. They're far superior than Critters Attack. Let's just get that out of the way. People who have watched episode 2 already know how I feel about that piece of fucking garbage. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. So, anyways, let's get with the Critters 4. Wait, I almost forgot about my pros and cons. Which, for number 3, I don't have no cons. Cons are just no, because this movie, and there's probably people that do have cons for this movie, but I don't have cons for this movie. And it's not looking through a nostalgic lens, because I seen this one, kind of after the first two, because I didn't really want to watch the other three the other two, because people would always say, oh, well, they're crappier than the first two or whatever. So I never, I eventually got around to it, but I didn't find anything wrong with them, especially the space one with Brad Dourif. Are you kidding me? Whatever, man. Anyway, my pros, which the number one is Leonardo DiCaprio's movie debut. Charlie's homemade gun. Man, this thing is freaking awesome. I wish I could have him build me a gun like that. That'd be crazy, man. You could literally take out 3 of those critters if they were standing close enough together. When you hit one in the middle, the other 2 are probably going to explode, or at least get some kind of repercussive damage or something, because that gun, man, it is awesome. So, number 3 is Amy Brooks. Let's see. Yeah, Amy Brooks as Annie. And let's see. Number 4. It's got great continuity to the first two and the fourth one. So I mean, it all goes in just smoothly. And then you get to Critters attacking this bullshit. So that's all I have to say about number 3. It's a decent film. It's not like, special or anything, but it's a good movie. I mean, I would probably rate this as 3 out of 5 turds. I mean, it's still, soft shit, but at least you can, wipe it off your ass a little bit easier. It's not like Critters Attack where, you only get one ply and you have to fucking sit there and just with the toilet paper 3 times to wipe your ass. That's how that movie feels like. So that one's done, and we're going to go into Critters 4. So Critters 4 is a 1992 American science fiction horror comedy film starring Don Keith Opper, Terrence Mann, Angela Bassett, and Brad Dourif. It is the 4th installment in the Critters franchise, filmed simultaneously with Part 3 from February to July 1991. Unlike the first 3 films, the installment adopts a darker, less comedic tone and takes place on Earth, and takes place not on Earth but on a space station in the year 2045, which is pretty great. And when they say when the film was simultaneously, my chair kind of rolls. Okay, what they did was, as soon as they got done filming Critters 3, because it has a documentary in the Blu-ray, what happened is as soon as Critters 3 got done filming, everybody went on vacation for a week, and some other, I guess, the builders of the sets came in, and it took them a week to set up all the sets for, the whole movie. So that's the reason why they were able to do that in such a short time. Kinda, sorta. And I do like it that it's a little bit darker. It does still have a little bit of comedy in it, but it's not as much. And there's a cringy scene, but it's okay. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. So, and my pros for this movie, it's in space. Finally, we get a Critters movie that's in space. So that's one of my things. Number 2 is Brad Dourif. He's great in just about everything he's in, so there's no complaint there for me. Number 3, the machine that makes Critters grow from babies to adults in seconds. Man, that thing is fucking crazy. If they would have gave the Critters enough time, dude, they could have overrun everybody in there, and they wouldn't have been able to do anything. Excuse me. And number 4, the Frozen Critter. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you haven't seen this movie or any of these movies, go watch them. Don't let Critters Attack and Critters A New Binge mess you up on these movies, because these movies are 100 times better than Critters Attack or The Binge or whatever the fuck it's called. I hate that shit. So I will say that there is cons for this movie. Number 1, I guess it would be a nitpick, but excuse me. Number one, capsule effect sucks. It's CGI. You can tell it's CGI. It sucks, but it's only there for like maybe a couple seconds, so it's kind of passable. Number two, the first kill is not that great, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it because this goes in. Con number 2 goes in with number 3. Is that the first kill is not that great, and excuse me, the baby critter puppets look like shit. I'm sorry, Hero Brothers, but those puppets, all of your other puppets, they look great, but these puppets, the baby critter puppets that are inside this dude's mouth, it's bullshit. And you know, also, spoiler alert, Charlie kills Ugg at the end of this movie. And this is where they had the opportunity to piggyback off this movie with Critters Attack, and they didn't. I mean, they could have taken that and been like, okay, well, we're going to start it off as when, you know, the crew was leaving, and before the ship blew up, some kind of little bitty, you know, flying drone thing could have went in there, got a piece of Ugg's DNA, and then clone him for the next movie, and had Critters on a different planet instead of Earth or in space. But yet, instead, they chose the fucking garbage fucking plot and everything else that they chose for, you know, Critters Attack, when they could have just piggybacked off this and made a movie that was 100 times better. So, anyways, enough with the tangent on Critters Attack, because I'm about to go wipe my ass with that movie. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone, have a great night, evening,